Do you see anything?
Ah! Something's got me!
That was me. I'm sorry.
Who's that?
Who's that? Who could it be? It's me.
Are you my conscience?
And of course, your conscience says if you can't name that movie, shame on you. This is Stat Methods specifically for the pharmacy summer class. Welcome. It is very different than the intro class. The intro class is what's called a precision class. I ask you a question, can you get the answer? Can you get the right z-score? Can you get the right p-value? And that's all that matters. This is different. This is where a client brings you a data set and says, we need help. We need to understand this drug, or we need to understand what brings in customers, or we need to understand how to win the war. And you look at the data and you write up and say, okay, here's how you do it. So instead of being a precision class, it's a skills class. I'll tell you the start and I'll tell you where you want to finish. Can you bridge the two? So yes, it is taught a little bit differently. Notice that we have posting still same as before, a post for each of the homeworks. We also have reports. These are where you write to the client and say, here's what I found in your data. They are analyzed based off your ability to statistically get it correct and your ability to explain what you're doing. That is a big part of the methods class. Can you explain what your analysis shows? Can you take some complex pattern in the data and explain what's going on? That's a big part of it. So reports. Quizzes are automatically graded, but it's not in WebAssign. This is all in WIO courses. And then the final project, which is a big chunk of the class. Now, for the quizzes, you get 99 tries. That should be way more than you need. So I expect everyone to be able to get 100% on these quizzes. Sadly, the way the program works is when you submit the quiz, it'll tell you what you got right and wrong, but it'll make you restart the whole quiz. I wish it was programmed differently. What a lot of students have been doing is they open up one quiz with their final answers, and every time they get something right, they put it in that. So having multiple tabs open seems to be working. I wish it was programmed differently. I've requested it, and their answer was, that's not how it works. So quizzes, 99 tries, and the computer will tell you if it's right or wrong. The reports are a little different, and some of this is where you have to try to understand what's important to me. For example, I feel strongly about having an introduction that makes it sound like your report has value, being able to explain the effects, and there's little details. So this is hard because you feel like you have to read my mind. So what we're going to do is on the reports, if you turn them in at all, you get 100% in the gradebook. And then in the rubric, I am going to go through and write very clearly all the stuff you got wrong and what it would have been worth if that was like your final project turned in. So don't be offended if you get 20% or even worse on some report. The gradebook will show you 100%, and then you can see here's the parts where I'm missing it. And as we continue through the class, it should be that you're getting 80, 90% on the reports. And then when we hit the final project, you're like, great, I know exactly what you're expecting and what to do. Now, because this is taught through the pharmacy department and the goals and all that are different than the way this is typically taught when we do it during the semester, where it's 30/50 is the number they give it then, we are not doing log transformations for the pharmacy class. That means on the final project, we don't have civilian data. The final project is all about a war and we have information. How can we do the most enemy kills and the least civilian? You're not going to see the civilian stuff because that's the way this pharmacy class is designed. Also, we have a late policy. If you are 1 day late, this is summer. Summer is a crazy schedule. I get it. That's fine. If you're more than a day late, it's probably time to move on because summer you're getting a homework hit every other day. We'll look at the schedule in just a minute. If there's something that happens, email me and we can set up a plan, but this is the default as it says. This is the default in the syllabus. 1 day late, 0 penalty. More than a day late, and it becomes a 0 because it's time to move on and worry about other things. Office hours, same as we had for the intro course. They're going to be Monday and Thursday from 6 to 8 in the evening. I want you to understand my goal for this particular summer, we're talking 2019, is going to be to redo a bunch of these videos, try to make them better. This is a common thing that we always do, trying to improve things. So you may see a bunch of videos that are kind of new, and at some point when you catch up to what I am up to, then you'll be hitting some of the old videos that we've had from previous years. Here's our schedule for the class. And you may notice everything is unlocked from the very beginning. So if you're that kind of student, you could do the whole class by July 10th. I think you would go insane trying. But Monday, Wednesday, Friday, up until here, August 9th, this is when the last homework is. And then you'll notice a whole week with no homework, except there is a final project. And you should be aware that final project is probably going to take 10 to 12 hours. I'm not exaggerating, not kidding, so plan for that. The place to find the videos for every section, because it doesn't have a little announcement thing the way the WebAssign does, is on my homepage. That's UIL.edu Crawford. And then you click on Methods, and here we go. Here they are for every chapter. And I'm hoping to redo videos and keep ahead of you, but we'll see how long I can keep that up. It also includes homework data sets and example data sets. I can't put those in WILD courses. Reasons why having it open on the web actually works better for the class. And final project data sets. If you click on this, you will see a final project with your name on it, except not quite yet because I haven't done that yet, so I'm going to avoid clicking on it. And some of these other links, for example, downloading R&R Studio, we will talk about that later when we get to a video that discusses the need for those. Chapter 1 is just welcome to class, and then we have some prerequisites, and that's where we finally get into learning R down there, so not quite yet for a while. So I'm not going to talk about the rest of these links right now. Just know that this is where you can find the homework videos that you need for each chapter as we get there. Here's our class page. It's not published yet because I'm trying to finish this video before I do that. We will have announcements where I will put up the office hour videos, same as we had for intro. Assignments here, you can see all the different assignments that we have over the summer. The first one are these quizzes, bad explanation, which isn't too bad, and there will be a video talking about that later. And down here, final project for the summer. Notice some of these assignments are turned off because over the summer we have, for example, skipped the log defects, things like that. All of it is submitted through WILD courses, including, here's the reports, drug reactions, apple spiders, foxbooks. These are all assignments where you will create a report in Word or whatever program it is you like to use, and then you'll upload it into the system. The discussion posts are also here, and you can go in and make a post for each homework as we get to it. And there will also be videos talking about each of the homeworks specifically. Alright, so that is the class setup. You won't be able to go in and access things until a little later when you're able to start it, because I'm making this video partway through June, and we will start this stuff in July. But it's all unlocked, so when it is time, you should be ready and able to go into it and start getting things done.